Alrighty, it is time for reviewing.
Whee!
Yeah, we decided we're not going to do Friday nights anymore because we get off our last game so late that it was crazy. Like,
And my
we need to go
brain
to
is nut.
bed. Yeah, and it's like, it gives us a little more time. And we noticed people weren't really being able to make it either way. So,
Everybody's exhausted.
yeah, like, I get it. Jeez, it was late.
I want to turn your music down. It is a wee bit loud, my love.
Turn that down. But jump into those comments. Appreciate seeing you in there. We love it. Say hi. Let us know you're around and talk to us while we're reviewing. Always good in answering some questions, figuring stuff out. Always good times. So, yeah, with that, we're going to start some review stuff for some Fridays. Take it away, Art Department.
Oh no, I just broke my paintbrush. What? Oh, Friday. Yeah. Okay, so on our episode, I did just literally break my look. I was painting Matt.
Oh no.
And I went to clean the brush.
Brush down.
Brush down.
Oh, well, you have to say, someone sent us Christmas cookies, and their name was Misbehave.
Okay, I do gotta say something
good.
about, I gotta say something about the cookies. Ah, okay. I am like, if your chocolate chip cookies come out more blonde than golden brown, you are not cooking them right. Hers were the perfect golden brown, and I was like, hell yes, these are gonna be some fucking delicious cookies. And you know what? They were.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm one of those people when I get so pissy when people are like, oh, it's burnt. And I'm like, it's not burnt. It's actually fucking cooked.
Yeah,
people.
see this? This
Look
is
at that.
cooked.
That
This
is
is
the right color
correct.
of a cookie.
This is correct color. If it is less than this, you have underbaked your cookie and ruined your cookie.
Thank you. Sorry. That is my rant for today on cookies.
Behave.
I got so distracted by breaking my brush and cookies. What are we doing?
Reviewing. Starting Friday.
Friday night, the Greeks.
Yes.
I know that's not the name of the show. I'm never going to call it the right name of the show.
Odyssey of the Dragon Lord.
No, you look at the thing, it says Greek. It's Greek to me. It will always be Greek to me. Everything is Greek. So they were in the they were surrounded by water. They had seen the oracle was picked up by something water-like, and they had seen the night hag torturing one of her acolytes. So that's where they were like, roll initiative. Woo, woo, woo! And so they fought the night hag. They figured out the elemental, which was a water weird. Is that right? Yeah. Wasn't attacking. They the hag downed two of them. One of them got back up. Then they stabilized the other one. They defeated the hag. The water elemental dropped the oracle and like healed up the acolyte and the other person who was down, and then proceeded to give them all what's the word I'm looking for? Not visions. Prophecies.
Yes.
Gave them all prophecies, which I don't remember any of them. I'm sorry. That was like a night ago or 2 nights ago at this point. So I don't remember them. I'm sorry. But so they got their prophecies, and then they were told that they needed to go and get like some certain things from certain places and reclaim the like weapons of gods, basically. And they found out that one of them has armor in a vault, like, you know, protected by like basically a big bad Death himself kind of character. I'm fixing my paintbrush. So that was all that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were, and they knew, the Oracle knew one of them.
Yes, the Oracle knew one.
Back in the day, it seemed.
Back in the day, seemed
Dun,
like
dun,
there might have been a
dun.
little romance in there.
It was hinted. It could be there, possibly.
Either that or they were just really friendly. Because there's some face touching, there's some promises being made to come back to them. I took it as romantic. I don't know if the rest of y'all did. Any hoochamagozy. So they started towards the city that they wanted to that they were supposed to go to, right? They started towards that. Well, first of all, they got confused where they were, and then they decided to go where they were going. Did they already start on the road? I can't remember.
Yeah, they went to the big city of the gods.
Right. Okay, now I remember. So they went to the big city of the gods.
Not the gods, but the major city there. Yeah.
Yeah. They figured out that their annoying poet is actually a goddess, and they're like, "Oh, well, I mean, we thought you were a namesake." She's like, "I'd kill them." Terrifying. Loved it. We met her drunk ass king brother who wants them to basically save his daughter from being a sacrifice to the big dude whose name starts with a C and I can't think of.
Now you're getting save them from the big guy who starts with the C?
Yeah, he ordered her to be sacrificed.
Sidon did, yeah.
Sidon, thank you.
Starts with an S, that's why I was...
Oh, fuck you. It's
I mean, you wouldn't know, it's a sound. I just was...
Anyways, so,
I read that.
like, he, like, begged them to do that, and they were like, cool. He's a god. And they were like, cool. And he was like, well, you know, if you need things, check out my grandfather? My father, who works at the smithery. And so they went to the smithery, and the dude was like talking to them, and they were like, hey, if we open the forges, and he was like, hell yes, I will return. And so they got some weapons from him, and that's where I believe they ended.
Yes.
Okay. I think my favorite still though is the Drunk King.
The
so
womanizing Drunk King, yeah.
Friday night, and they're gonna next week figure out how they can go take out a water full of basilisks. That's a weird word.
It is.
Especially at like 1 a.m. Okay. So that sums up Friday. Old gods, pee your pants scary. They cute. Let me put down my paintbrush. I'm not painting right now. I'm like
no one's around tonight. I wonder what everyone's doing.
Sleeping, baby. They're sleeping. That is what they are doing. So old gods, they I'm just trying to find my charger to plug in my headphones before it dies on me. Old gods, they were in the plantation fields. They were real kind of freaked out because they realized like there were no animals around, and they were heading towards a house. And then there's 2 guards, and they were like, well, we got to distract the guards so we can get up to the house. So they went all like birds on them. And Charlie snuck up and stuck his face in the window where he found a dude about to slit his throat and make a sacrifice. And then like it was like the entire town was in there. A couple of people recognized Charlie. And then you found out, well, we knew beforehand, but Charlie found out that it was Ivy's dad who was about to cut his throat. And then like he got all mad because he found out Ivy was still there. And then all I wanted to say, and I wasn't, I'll explain that in a minute. But the whole time he's talking about Ivy, I'm like, sir, have you not met your daughter? We couldn't have stopped her if we had chained her to a goddamn radiator. She would have found a way out. So then they were like, so everyone snuck up, and we're sitting out there, and Charlie's like, well, we got to get in there. And the back door is like lock, so we can't go through the back door. So we have to go through the front door. And they're like, okay, well, do we knock the guards out? Do we fight? And they're like, we might have to fight once we get in there. And okay, Basil's not a fighter. She's a researcher. So she took off her fake leg and she gave it to Ruby's fox and was like, okay, go run. And so then she was like, my leg! Get my leg from the fox! And the 2 soldiers took off to get her leg. And everyone else snuck in, and they talked to the group, and the group was explaining to them that there's a thing there that will eat them, and they have marks that show they belong to it, and like it requires a sacrifice so that people live. And so they it was Ivy's dad's number up, and then like he basically told Ivy that for her to become the warden, she'd have to kill him.
Yeah.
And we heard a whole bunch of new people's names. We heard Slender, who we're all convinced is Slender Man, and you can't convince us otherwise. And we heard
Mr. Slender Man.
Shut up. We heard it's Mr. Slender, but whatever. We heard we heard about the Railroad Man, who we've already met, and JR, who we don't know, but Charlie's already met. And so we discussed it a while, and then it was like, we're gonna summon the dude out. We're gonna try to bind it, or the baddie, the monster. We're gonna try to bind it so the people can get away. And then we eventually have to figure out how to go kill a prisoner who isn't marked.
Right.
Because that was a deal that Ivy made. So we ended with Charlie trying to listen to the ground to hear the beat, and it was very angry and hungry and dark and distracted, and it was a really cool description. I really liked it, and all I was thinking was try some jazz music because it was all emotional. And then so Charlie's playing the music to try to stun it. Miss Ruby's now got a shotgun to shoot it and to rattle them bones. Ivy started a ritual, basically a pentagram with the blood, our blood, to try to hold it there, and the blood of all its prey to like summon it. And Basil rang the dinner bell and is holding dynamite.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm really not happy about being in the damn pentagram, but okay, it's fine. And that's where we ended it, as millions of tar, tobacco stained teeth rose up from the ground, which is just millions of teeth is scary enough, but then you make them all tar and tobacco stained, and that's just gross, scary. So tune in next week to see if we survive this. And yeah, that's all I got on that. And then tonight was the menagerie. Menagerie. Hi, Jackie. Jackie showed up. Oh, it showed up.
Ooh.
Yay!
People showed up.
And then tonight was the menagerie. My brain does not work anymore, guys. Okay, so they were in the Iron Authority. Is that the right word? No, that's the wrong night.
They're beneath the Umber Hills.
They're beneath the Umber Hills. I'm so tired. They're beneath the Umber Hills. They went and saw the person about getting a job. And the person was like, yeah, sure, you can take one, but it's 500 gold if you want to become one of our members. And they were like, all right, cool. And Thorin was like, I'm loaded, I'll drop it. So Thorin paid the 500 gold. And then they asked her a few questions about the spider lady that's out there and other animals that are out there. And she gave a little bit of information. And then and she was like, well, it'll be a day or two. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. And Thorin was like, how about tomorrow? Like immediately tomorrow we do this. We got a time crunch. And, gave her another 500 gold. And they requested the person who was rude to them be their guide because they wanted to show her up. And so they went through and they fought these little buggy things, which Matt did not tell you the name of. And I can't pronounce it. So if you want to say it, go ahead.
Yeah. They're Chasmes.
Thank you. So they fought, they took out the first three super easy because they bloodied the one just from held actions. And they're like, and Matt kept being like, make a con save. And nobody failed it for a really long time. And then the second swarm came of them. Oh, yeah, the guide was really, I won't go back a minute. The guy was really snotty and was all like, don't forget your white flags if you need them. And gave them enough for everyone to have them. And Jackson was just like, I'm going to hold all of them. Fuck you. We don't need this shit. And then was asking questions about Nala's home in the cave, which everyone was all paranoid about because they know about what's in that cave. And they were all like, oh, no, I mean, the regular things you see there. There was a battle there once, I think. So surprised that chick did not roll an insight check on all y'all. And so then they were like, okay, cool. And then they started fighting the bugs. And it was like, no, we're fine. We got this. It's totally fine. We took out this first swarm so easy, whatever. These people are pansies. And they were like, oh, do you have holy water? And they're like, no one told us we need holy water. And they're like, well, you could buy ours for 100. So Sierra and Honeystar stole one each because fuck them. They shady. And so then they were like, cool. And they were like, so they went, the second swarm came out and I was like, the construct that had been summoned by Jonah failed the con save and immediately like just passed out on the ground. They were like, oh, okay, it's like sleep or something. We'll be fine. And then like no one else was. They were all good. And then Mortis hit a nat 20 and summoned an elephant as a familiar friend now. I am not putting a goddamn elephant on the board every day, guys. That elephant is not going to fit in my box of minis for the night. Okay? It's just not going to happen. You're going to have to figure out what the fuck to do with the elephant. I say that, but you know it'll be out next week anyways because that's just who I am. It is permanent unless y'all want to return it to its girlfriend. And so like, but then like the very next round, Mortis failed to Jonah failed the con save first.
Yeah.
And went to sleep. And then Mortis failed the con sleep and went to sleep. And it was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
And then like they did eventually kill everything. And 3 of them they killed with the correct weapons so they didn't vanish into the hell realms. We're not bringing 2 elephants into it. No, I'm putting my foot down. It's very soft and squishy and it never really stands for anything, but I'm putting it down. So then they loaded up the 3 that they had that didn't disappear. And they were like, okay, cool, let's keep going. And then they tried to wake up Mortis and Jonah, and they weren't waking up. Like, you couldn't shake them awake. And they were like, oh, this is not sleep. This is something worse. And Sayori put honey. That's not what I meant. I went Sayori and Honey Star. Sayori didn't put honey on anything. They used their holy waters that they stole to wake up those 2. And the other group was all like, oh, good job. I mean, those things carried off children the last time. And they were like, everyone was like, fuck you. And so, like, they all headed back and they turned it in. And so now they have, like, the ability to take quests. And that's where we ended. Oh, but I did think of something. So last week, Sayori was going on and on about nobody wants her. Nobody wants to be in a relationship with her. Excuse me, Trinket would have you in a heartbeat.
She said everyone except the bear.
I didn't hear that part. But Trinket would have her. Bob Yuri wanted her. You can't confuse me still. I still think there's a little romance between her and her Rengar.
It was because everyone was getting married.
Okay, look. They got married in the past. Okay, Beatet was a little more recent, but whatever. I mean, as long as you're cool with blood hunters, Beatet will come and visit you. That's all I got. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so.
Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. I think that is...
Okay. So, tomorrow we got Agents, and then we got part 2 of the Rot Home Adventure. And then same old during the week, except for next Saturday will be a special episode.
Yeah, we're doing some one-shot shenanigans.
Yeah. And that's all I got. I think. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, we've got everything going on, and it is going to be fun. With
what is that behind me? That's white.
Oh, but yeah. So
my favorite house.
Who came and
really bothering me.
Smiley and see we're gonna have to like to let her know that she did the best cookies ever.
They're so damn good.
So good. And then she cooked them to the correct thing.
Yeah.
Which she knows. It's just so funny.
They were good.
Yeah, they're really good. But tomorrow we've got One Shot plus more Agents of the Empire.
I just said that.
And I know you did, but I'm repeating.
Why are you repeating? Don't you trust me to do my job?
With that, good night. We're going to
shut up.
Have fun. Thank you for watching, and we will see
night,
you tomorrow.
everybody.
Night.